What's good, y'all? I'm gonna be showing y'all how I made this chunky knitted blanket. Um, this sparkly Chanel yarn slash skein. I don't know what they be calling it for real, but pretty much what I started doing was first. Let me tell you guys, because I actually needed like 8, and I got like 5. So it's like a little small one, but it's cool because I can just get some more later on. And pretty much what I started doing was right here was connecting the yarn. It's pretty clear what I'm doing here. Lighting the end. It was when I first did it, I did it wrong because I was supposed to light it all the way. So set it on fire, but like not crazy, like be for real. Then I connected it. Don't touch it right away because it's hot. But this is the first time I did it, and it worked. So connect it, and then it should stick. It's a little metal piece in there. You should be like molding it together. So we're pushing it together right here. And then the other technique is with tying it. So right here, I'm trying to pull it. It's not coming apart. I'm good. So the next technique is tying it, and basically you're just tying it into a knot. But also when you're tying it into a knot, do not pull it too tight because it will snap because it's not that strong. And I say double knot it, but you could do a good, I don't know, I say double knot it. But then when you double knot it, cut off the ends, the little extra like pigtails type, Then giving it a pull, make sure it's not moving. There we go. Getting ready to cut it. When you cut it, usually furries come off, so be aware of that. But other than that, that's the other way. And then I heard another way is needling it. I don't even know how to do that, but these 2 ways work. Then right here, I made a slip knot. Then I just started pulling the loop through the working yarn. The working yarn is the yarn connected to the ball, all the extra yarn. So right here, I'm just making a chain of loops. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message. So with this blanket, I did like 30, and it's still kind of small. I really should have did like some like 50 because I wanted to make it a chunky blanket, but it still works. So then I ended up pulling the loop through the first piece. Like if y'all can see, it's like 1, 2, 3. You see where I'm at? Walking like dolo by myself. Look, nobody made me. Let me flip the camera. Look, I'm gonna flip it. Look, that's the last yarn. Nobody on this side. Nobody on this side. Bring your working yarn to the side. Yo, hold on. Back to me. Now, yes, back to me. Y'all been talking so much, bro. Apollo. But, yeah. Okay, so you see how that's the first yarn. Reach inside of that, and then pull a loop. Act like they somebody, bro. Like, where my mother, bro? Like a little 2-inch 3-inch loop. It's really depending on how chunky or how big you want your blanket. I wanted mine. How can I explain it? I wanted mine where you couldn't see through it. That's why I did mine so tight. But if you want yours loose, you just do looser loops. But basically, you're pulling the loops all the way through, making sure they're even loops, making sure the yarn is in the same direction as the way you're pulling it. Yep. Okay, so I did that all the way through. So that's making sure I'm having 30 loops, making sure it's neat. But now I'm doing this on the other side, and I'm doing the loops the same way in the different direction. Like I'm doing it in I'm going in the right direction. And also when I'm doing this, I'm making a border at the end. So you're pretty much just doing this the whole time, looping it back and forth. And also when I was looping it, I was pulling the extra yarn a little bit closer because it was kind of getting like hard to work with, because it was like, I don't want to say tangled up, but like far away kind of. But pretty much I would be doing the same thing. But also, my bad, use that extra loop that we didn't use in the beginning. And then that would make the border edge for the right side of the knitted blankets. So now you would be doing the same thing over again. Pulling the working yarn to the left side, pulling the loops through. If you're doing it tight, do it tight. Keep the same loops. Keep the same size loops, and just keep doing it all the way through. But pretty much you'd be doing that all the way through. I just fast forwarded because, Alright, so this is where you're at the end of your blanket and you left some excess yarn so you could cast off the blanket, so you could seal the blanket. So basically you're grabbing the two loops next to each other, grabbing the working yarn and pulling the next loop through. And then you're doing that the whole way through. You're doing that the whole blanket. You see how when you're doing that, it creates an edge so you could, seal off the blanket. So right here, I'm at the end of that, and pulling the loop through, creating a new loop, pulling the next loop through. So then here is my excess yarn. I'm pulling it through the blanket. So right here, I'm just going all the way down. I could have cut it, but I want all my yarn to be connected. Like, you feel me? But this is the finished product. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more things that I make. But yeah, it came out real nice.